Hi, folks. Bob Collins for Diver Supply. I thought I would try something a little different in this video. And as you can see, I've got here on my computer the homepage for the YouTube channel. And I always check every day for comments, and I do my best to try to answer many of your questions. And I thank everybody, like I do at the end of all the videos. I appreciate the comments and the thumbs up and the likes and things like that. It means the world to me. And of course, when I get to meet you in the store or out at the scuba shows, it's even better when I can shake your hands and say hello. I thought what I would do, I've gotten 3 questions here recently, and I thought I'd shoot a video and kind of cover all 3 because they may be interesting to some different folks. Now, one of the questions was about how do I select fins? Now, of course, I do a bunch of different videos about the fins that you folks see out there, and also about how to fit fins and how to fit booties. If you haven't seen that one, I'll put a link up here for you. It's a lot of fun to be able to talk about these units, but I understand that some of you just don't have the opportunity to get in front of a large selection of fins, and the number of fins out there can be daunting. And so I thought what I would do is try to answer this gentleman's question. He said he bought a couple of pair of fins. Actually, I think it's 3. He bought these 3 pair of fins. He had a local supplier. The way I try to evaluate fins is a couple of things. And as a matter of fact, I was just out on the sales floor before I walked in here, talking to some people that are getting ready to go on a trip. They're looking for a travel fin, and I was talking to them about the fins. I did that other video about the Scuba Pro Go Sport and the Aqua Lung Storm Extreme and some of those others. And I was just repeating what I said in the video. One of the things I was pointing out to them is they did not bring their booties. They had booties already. They didn't bring their booties in with them to try fins on. It made it kind of difficult. I tried to explain that different booties, like this is a 3 mil softy booty, and it is it's real thin, it's low cut, and if you're going to warm water, it works fine. You can also use them for just walking on the beach or stand-up paddleboarding or a number of different things. It's not necessarily a water shoe, but it gives you a little bit of insulation around a regular shoe. When I was talking with them, I was able to, because we have a huge selection of booties here, not only these low ones like this, but also these are tall ones, and these happen to be some by Scuba Pro, and these are Edge over here. And this particular booty here has almost like a tennis shoe sole to it, something you really have to pay attention to. Now, this fin is an extra small fin, and I was showing them out there. If you have a booty and you're slipping it in and you're trying this on, you want to pay a lot of attention to how this upper arch of the booty feels on your foot. I suggest putting the booty on, putting the fin on, and sit there. Of course, pull your strap up or bungee or whatever the fin's got. This one's got a bungee on it. And sit there for 5 or 6 minutes, at least long enough to get a good feel as to is the strap jamming your foot in, and do you have discomfort across here? Now, one of the other things is when you pull the strap up behind, my suggestion is don't put the pad directly on this tendon up here. You want it more across the heel, not way down, but kind of across the heel so that you don't cause any cramping because you're putting a lot of pressure on that tendon. You want to get that up there so you can see how comfortable it is. Now on this booty and on this fin, I think you can see this. You see how much of this booty is sticking out. This is about right on this particular booty and this particular fin. And like I said, this is an extra small fin, and this happens to be a size 6 booty. So when you put it in here, you see how that fits. Now, when you put the taller booty, that's not only thicker in the construction, but like I said, the sole. Now, when we put this in here, now see how much heel is sticking out. Considerably more. And this is a size 6. This is a size 5. That's why I say when you get ready to try these pieces on, make sure you're getting a good feel as to what size fins. If you've got fins and you're buying booties, bring your booties with you to buy your new fins, and vice versa. I've got another fin over here. This fin happens to be a small. This has one of those adjustable type straps that you ratchet in. And when we put the 6 in here, basically you've got no heel sticking out. And this actually was probably going to be a bit too big for this foot. You can kind of see that the booty moving around in there way too much. Whereas if we take the thicker sole, put this one in, now you can see we've got about the same amount of heel sticking out than we did on the other one with the soft booty. Power is translated to the fin by how much foot bed you have in the fin. Now, you don't want it all in there because you are going to put a lot of pressure on that upper arch, but you want to have a little bit of heel sticking out so that you have basically 3/4 of your footbed in the fin, because that's what gives you the power in the fin. And that's another reason you don't want to put a fin on a booty and have it all sloppy in there, because you're going to have a lot of strength lost in the movement of the booty in the fin. So to continue talking about the fins, the booties are really important and how they fit into the foot pocket. The other part of that is how stiff the fin is. And this is kind of, if you don't really have the fin in your hand, it's kind of hard to say, but this is the Tusa Vesna. And so I tend to hold a fin at the fulcrum, put it against my chest, and then I give it a push down to see the resistance of the blade, to know how strong and how stiff this blade's going to be. Some of them are like absolute boards, and then others have a lot more flexibility. I would call the Vesna kind of in the middle of that range. This is the Tusa switch, and the switch comes in 2 different versions. A standard switch like this one. Again, I'm going to hold it same place and push down, and you can see this is pretty flexible. If I put a 2-pound weight here right on the end of the blade, it'll just bend it and fall off. So it's pretty flexible. And then I grab the Sherwood Triton, and again hold it in the fulcrum area and push down, and you can see this is even more flexible than that switch. Now, like I said, there's 2 switches. The Pro, which is again extremely stiff, and there is a Pro version of this. If you watch the video I did on the fins, you'll see both of those in that video as far as the Sherwood goes. So booties, how they fit, what kind of strap, how stiff the fins are. These are all things that I think somebody needs to consider when they're getting ready to buy their fins. And hopefully this answered your question out there. Next part of the video, and I'm breaking this video down into 3 parts so it's not so long, but the next part is going to be to answer a question I got on Scuba Pro's Hydros Pockets. So jump over and watch that one. Again, 3 different parts. The last one is going to be about weighting and buoyancy, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Please subscribe. Dive safe out there.